When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, a decent respect requires that they declare the causes which impel to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident. That all men are created equal. That they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. And among these, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. To secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. And whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it and to establish new government.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I'm back again. My name is George Benavides. I am a targeted veteran held hostage by my government, mentally incarcerated, falsely in prison for over 32 years. I've been denied due process, only to be called schizophrenic by the Department of Veterans Affairs after reporting silent weapons, microwave energy weapons, implant microchipping to the United States Department of Veterans Affairs. For 72 years, America is under attack by a silent weapon and is getting precise and closer to our homes with geofencing, Wi-Fi signal, electronic warfare, satellite weapons, drones, 6G, 5G. These are all networked to access our body area network, DNA, in other parts of our body. When is it going to stop? When will they pass laws to protect the American people from being invaded by unconstitutional criminals who don't know anything about law, who are inducted by the government to attack veterans and Americans? Americans are not foreigners. We don't belong to the FISA court. We are American citizens. We are veterans. We hold driver's license, social security cards. We pay taxes. So why can't the AI distinguish between an American citizen and a terrorist? Okay. Today I want to talk about a little things. Because I've been denied due process once again. I have pending court cases. Okay. My intellectual property's been taken from me. Intellectual property's been taken. I've been hijacked in my mind, stolen of my intellectual property by my government. And I have pending court cases, United States federal courts, denied the right to file a court case. Okay? So I've got a declaration to say today, because Americans are dying overnight. They're killing people by the dozens using artificial intelligence, facial recognition. And I have the right to free speech. And my declaration today is simply this. Because the government is retaliating against me because they were caught in an act of espionage. And so they have a neighborhood coup attacking me. Okay? All right, let me start off with this here. I, George A. Benavides, declare under penalty of perjury under the laws of the United States of America that the following is true and correct to the best of my knowledge and belief. I am a disabled veteran. I'm a disabled United States military veteran. Since my service began in 1994, I've experienced ongoing distress, fear, and a belief that my privacy, autonomy, and intellectual property have been violated without my consent. I believe that for more than 32 years, my ideas, creative thoughts, and personal intellectual work have been interfered with or exploited without lawful authorization. I believe this occurred without my consent, without probable cause, and without any judicial warrant, particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or place to be or things to be seized, as required by the Fourth Amendment. I believe that these actions deprive me of my liberty and property without due process of a law, in violation of the Fifth Amendment and other constitutional law. My attempts to seek protection, relief, and fair treatment through federal agencies and the courts have not been meaningfully addressed. I believe I've been discriminated against, singled out, and denied equal protection under the law. These experiments have caused me severe emotional distress, fear, and profound sense of being unsafe. I believe that the federal officials or individuals acting under color of law interfered with or took my intellectual property without my consent in violation of constitutional protections and federal civil rights principles. The United States Supreme Court has recognized several constitutional principles relevant to my concerns, including right to privacy and freedom from unreasonable government intrusion, Katz versus United States and Carpenter versus United States. Right to due process before deprivation of liberty or property, Matthews versus Eldridge. Protection of bodily integrity and personal autonomy, Washington versus Harper. Rochin versus California. Requirement that warrants be specific and not overbroad, Stanford versus Texas. Right of access to the courts to seek redress. Right of access to the courts to seek redress for violation of rights. I'm being attacked by satellite weapons. I continue to seek fair treatment, due process, and access to proper support so that I can regain stability, safety, and dignity in my life. Executed on this day, signed by me, George A. Benavides, disabled veteran. So my intellectual property has been taken. My mind has been hijacked. I've been fed to an artificial intelligence as the government holds kangaroo courts. They're watching me, killing me, as they invest their money in the stock markets in the AI. And that is wrong. If you know you're watching this happening and you sit there and don't blow the whistle and don't take action, that is criminally wrong. When is it going to stop? Thank you, and God bless America.